Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're gonna have ourselves a 1v1 on Angoville. That's right, Angoville is back, and we're gonna be having a 1v1 between Mr. Siberian, playing as the US forces in the blue, and his opponent in the red is none other than VonIvan, as the Austir or Wehrmacht faction in the red. So Angoville, guys, Angoville is back. Love it or hate it. It is a classic map from Vico, and it is now in Company Heroes 2. And it should provide us some awesome games. We are going to be having a Angoville-centric week, so sorry for any team games. Well, actually, you can probably play team games. But anyways, we are going to focus on Angoville and just, have a couple games on it so that we get acquainted with it, essentially. So, the general gist of Angoville, as we see engagements in the center, is you have your 2 victory points on the right-hand side, with a lone victory point in the left. You got the fuel and munitions next to each point. You got fuel over here, and munitions. There are a little bit of differences from the original map, like, for example, there are no longer any fuel and munitions on the edges of the map, just a single strategic point, because, well, those have been taken out of the game. And also some repositioning of the bunkers that defend the base. For example, in the southern base, you no longer have a gap right here with the bunkers that you used to have. They placed this one right here to cover that. This one is covering the northern side, and then this one is covering this entire approach. So it's kind of harder to get in there. On the northern base, though, I do notice that that's still kind of possible. You have these bunkers right here, but these ones, you can tell right there that they have a little bit of a gap there, so you could potentially sneak infantry right through here. Don't think we're going to be seeing that too much, though, but it's still something that can happen. Also, these parts right here are very popular to be barbed wired, because that denies this approach over here. We no longer have a shack right here by this truck that collapses in one shot. You always have this little point here that also is popular to wire off and mine as well. And yeah, if you know Angoville, you're gonna recognize it right away. It's the good old awesomeness. So anyways, Siberian goes ahead and builds himself 3 rifle squads to start with. VonIvan went for tier 1, gets 2 Grens and 1 MG42 on the field. MG42 opening up and bursting down one of the rifles. Rifles backpedal and get out of there without getting suppressed, but they do take some damage. Remember that the MG42 has received an accuracy buff with the recent patch, so it should be deadlier, as evidenced by that burst right there. Managed to kill one guy without having to suppress the squad anyways. So we got Siberian trying to lay down a fighting position. Yeah, that's what it's called, right? Right there, but it gets caught by the Grens, takes a little bit of damage there, and he decides to cancel it rather than build it, damage, and also take additional damage to the rear echelon squad. We do have the houses still in the same locations. These are very strong houses that are going to be very durable in the game. You have these over here. So on the right hand side, it is a very urban scenario. Rifle squad putting itself into some light cover there by the brush. Does not pop into the houses. The piles are inside this one. We do have rifles on the far northern house. It is a big stone structure, so that is going to be very difficult to take down. Small arms fire are not going to damage these houses. So, yeah, those are very durable houses. For example, this one over here, this one is going to take damage to small arms fire, but this one over here, no. And so far, the left-hand side of the map is completely ignored. Which, yeah, tends to happen. For Angoville, it was very popular to just focus on one side of the map, and considering that victory points are always a point of contention, focusing on the right-hand side is not unheard of, because, well, that way you can control too. So rifles popping into the house to defend themselves against the Grens. The Grens are trying to capture the point right in front of them and fend them off as well. They have taken some additional damage. Rifle squads up in the north do end up retreating down to 2 men. The Grens are going to focus them down. One Gren squad retreats, however, allowing the rifle squad potentially to make it out of there. MG42 is at range, managing to provide some additional fire support, but the rifles make it out of there alive with 2 men left. And there you go. Siberian has selected his own doctrine, and that is the Armor Company. And he also has assault engineers already out on the field. The assault engineers are going over to the left-hand side to start capping parts of that territory. Remember, you do have fuel and munitions over on the left-hand side, so you don't necessarily need to focus on just one. Fighting position does go down there for Siberian finally. He, actually, no. He only started building it and left it there. No. It is actually there. He's actually building the 50 cal. Never mind. So the MG42 forces away a rear echelon squad. You can see that the damage from the MG42 is actually noticeable, with its accuracy improvement. And VonIvan himself has gone for the mobile defense doctrine and calls a sniper. Well, doesn't call a sniper, he built it from his tier 1, but sniper now on the field for VonIvan. Can we keep a track of him? Yes, we can. If we switch over, does it break anything? No. What happens if I do this in Control 2? Ah, nice, so you can switch between both players. That is very nice. I'm glad that that actually works. So Sniper taking some shots over on the rifles inside this house. Remember, there is a 50% chance to miss units inside houses, as the sniper just evidenced right there. It did not hit the guy inside. Gonna take some more clear shots if it can. And there it goes, manages to get a guy inside. But at least Siberian now is aware that a sniper is on the field. Snipers also received a buff on the recent patch. They got their life increased, almost doubled. Not exactly doubled, but almost. And they are tougher. As you can see right there, the guy has actually taken some damage already, but is still alive. It was done to compensate the fact that the Soviets also, or not also, but still have a two-man sniper squad. Rear echelon moving over to the right-hand side, trying to capture the fuel. Put themselves right in front of the MG42. Not exactly sure if they're going to be able to decap the point. They do get suppressed. Shots continue to fly. Can they get the decap of the point? Yes, they can, and there goes the retreat. A risky move there by Siberian, but kind of calculated, and he does fine. Lieutenant, now on the field for Siberian, is going to be starting to build the M10 scout car. Wait, is it called M10? No, actually, I don't think it is, right? I may be wrong. It is a M20. Yeah, sorry, M10 is the Wolverine. Yeah, sorry. Anyways, the utility car, not the scout car. Oh, nasty rifle grenade over here on the left-hand side by VonIvan. Nails the rifles for Siberian, doing a lot of damage right there. You can see bodies torn to pieces and soldiers crawling, trying to stay alive, but they are dead already. Yeah. I wonder if those are the pieces of this guy, or if those are the pieces left from a different guy. Looks like they might be the pieces of the same guy, but that is brutal. Left-hand side, Assault Engineers running into some Grens. The Grens are going to push them off, but the Assault Engineers did manage to do a lot of work and cap the entire left-hand side. Right-hand side, we see Rifle Squads pushing through, getting onto the munitions point. The MG42 sets itself to stop the approaching Lieutenant, but the Lieutenant is just off range. The Grens over here are working, and the utility car has taken some damage. It looks like it might have been Fausted, although don't exactly see where from. There is a Gren squad in here that could have Fausted and popped into the house. That is always a possibility. I'll see if I can catch that on the overlay. Let's try and focus on the game without me getting distracted there. This so the utility car managing to back off and forcing away the MG42. MG42 thus, you know, wait. Is it dying or something? No, there it is. Yeah, I'm like, wait, what? No, yeah. So yeah, the MG obviously does have the ability to throw incendiary grenades if it needed. Not grenades, but incendiary rounds. However, it requires veterancy 1, so it, you know, couldn't do that. And it was still by itself, so it would have been difficult. Left-hand side, Rifle Squad is engaging against Grens. They're not having an easy time of this. A second Rifle Squad comes in to support. Gren Squad is a 2-on-2 battle right there with the rifles. The supporting Rifle Squad behind it decides to disengage from capturing the point and chase down the Gren. The Gren Squad does get retreated, and there it goes. Utility car, now back to full strength, going to be moving over to the left-hand side. We do have a pack on the field for VonIvan. He is quite aware of the utility car. He's actually moving it in that direction. Sets itself up for a shot. Oh, nasty shot into the rear armor, but the Pios are now kind of exposed. They're going to take some direct face shots there by the 50 cal on top. Manages to get one kill, but the pack gun is moving forward aggressively. The sniper also died, and I did not spot that, so we will make sure that we catch the other sniper dying. Probably was due to the utility car, but yeah, I tend to miss these things. So yeah, Pios left hand side engaging against rifles. Over on the far right hand side, we have Siberian popping in with more infantry all over the place, rear echelons and assault engineers. These guys have flamethrowers now equipped. So getting up close to that house is not a good idea. Lieutenant does end up retreating from the north as the MG42 pushes it away, and the Pack-on backs off into the relative safety of its bunkers. Ren's going to be pushing over to the right-hand side. Left-hand side, we do still have the utility car supporting the rifles. We have a Pio squad retreating from the left-hand side as we have more rifles pushing forward to try to decap this point. These points are very important, though, because this point cuts off the entire left-hand side of the map for the northern opponent. So that is usually why you don't see the northern guys focus on the left-hand side, even though it does happen. But yeah, because it's a lot harder to cut off this point than it is to cut off this point. This point you can just sneak through here and go for a cap. Ooh, a demo charge on the center of the map. Let's hope that I don't miss it, but of course I will, because that's what I do. And we see VonIvan just pushing over to the right-hand side with all his troops. Rifles on the left, they put themselves up in the front of the base and are able to actually get some shots in on the base sector buildings. Pack-on moving back as a utility card moved all the way forward, kind of trying to both spot and harass. Does manage to do a little bit of that. Takes a little bit of damage to the MGs in the base and then gets out of there alive. So Siberian in a very dominant position here as he controls most of the map. We have VonIvan cooped up in a very small corner of the map up in the north. Does not even have control of any of the munitions or fuel. Siberian controlling both of those, so he is in great condition. Ostrupen reserves do get activated here for VonIvan, so I'm assuming he's probably going to be... oh wait, no, never mind. That's I was thinking of like rapid conscription, or what is it, the other one? The reserve infantry? Or something like that. No, this just calls in Ostrupen, but they come in with random equipment and veterancy. You actually see a veterancy 3 Ostrupen squad and a veterancy 2 one with an LMG, so not bad. They're actually pretty good. This costs 425 manpower, but you know, looks to me like that was pretty worth it. Utility car pushing towards the right-hand side, making a break for it, pops some smoke to break line of sight, and then backs off to get into cover. We do have the 50 cal machine gun right here in the choke point, making sure that nobody gets through. We do have the Pack-on moving up, and we'll make quick work of the bunker, or the fighting position. Nothing nearby able to stop the Pack-on. Pack-on is getting return fire there from the 50 cal machine gun, but with one more shot it should go down unless it misses like that. So an extra shot is going to be needed, but yeah, it's not going to be able to be stopped. And there we go. The Pack-on manages to break open the right-hand side approach. The wire has been broken over here on the left-hand side as well. And this is Siberian's demo charge, so that's not going to get popped there on his utility car. Left-hand side, capturing going on as rifles just hold the front. We have a lot of infantry in the front of the base for Siberian. He does not have an ambulance, so they are actually kind of weak. They need a little bit of healing, but... well, we're just going to have to tough it out. Major now on the field. This is an interesting change of pace there for Angoville, because you're going to be able to retreat to different locations, and it looks like he's going to be going over to this center location and setting up around here. So far he's just out there, but well, there you go. MG42 setting up by the truck, gonna be getting some shots into the house. Again, the house is made out of stone, so it's not gonna care if it gets shot. The health of the house will be untouched. However, the guys inside will take some additional damage. We do have Pumas on the field now for VonIvan, as he did go for the mobile defense doctrine, which provides him the ability to call in Puma. Puma hasn't done anything so far, and even though, yes, it can technically kill infantry, it is not designed to kill infantry. Oh, Siberian looks like he might be wanting to go for a bait there. Puma taking a shot at the utility car. Utility car going to try to run away. There goes the Puma. Oh, is he going to get it? Oh, well, he does, but it didn't work. It only did about half damage. The Puma realizing, oh, ow, that hurt. I'm going to back off. There's nothing there nearby to finish off the job. And that was a nice bait there by Siberian, but unfortunately the demo charge was not enough to kill the Puma, which is kind of surprising. Sherman on the field for Siberian. He's going to push over to the right-hand side. Gets right in front of a pack gun. Gets shot in the face. There's a very nice camel skin there for Siberian. If anybody knows what it's called, let me know there. But yeah, I mean, that's really nice stripe pattern there. Ostrupen taking some nasty shots there as the Pumas are now 2 in number, so the Sherman's going to have a very tough time. We do have the Wolverine on the field for Siberian as he calls it in from his doctrine. The Sherman taking some nasty shots to the front. Gonna be forced to back off, and the Major pushes forward to try to go cap the fuel point. Wolverine on the field. The Wolverine is supposed to be very good at killing tanks since it's a tank destroyer, but I actually haven't seen it in action too much. Not a lot of people use this in 1v1s. Did get some changes in the recent patch, which I can't for the life of me recall what it was. But yeah, I think they made it better. Oh, I think they made it more accurate or something like that, so that it didn't whiff so many shots. Like reduced the damage but made it more accurate, so instead of one-shotting potentially things, it's just going to be more consistent damage. I think that's what was done, right? See if I can remember, but well, anyways. So the Wolverine pushes forward, takes a little bit of damage, backs off. This is, of course, to be expected. And we got an engagement here in the center. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted trying to get to the changes, but yeah. So anyways, yeah, engagement going on through here. The hedges make this a very, very powerful choke point. So we got the Shermans and the Wolverine pushing back, not allowing enemy troops to pass by. And we do have the Major around here, getting some veterancy. So that's nice for the Major. MG42 on the left-hand side, taking some shots at the Wolverine as the Wolverine pops around the corner. Nice little angle here that the Wolverine can get. It actually crushes into the house and breaks the side of the wall, doing finally some structure damage to it. But it's gonna stand there for a while still. Rifles pushing forward. Sniper for VonIvan has only gotten 6 kills so far. Pumas providing some nice support there against the infantry. 1 kill so far on the Puma, so you can see how good they are against infantry. The Wolverine pushes to the edge of the hedge, getting some nice shots there through the hedge onto the Puma on top.
Sherman dozers have reached the front line.
What blew up? Something blew up.
Enemy tank is cutting us off. Boys, you ready to roll out?
Well, don't know exactly what blew up, but we do have mines getting laid down there by the utility car. The Puma over here did not crumble, and I guess maybe just some structure damage. Don't actually know. Maybe just the walls getting crushed. I don't know. It sounded like a big explosion, but I don't know what it was. Considering I don't think it mattered too much. But there you go. So big push here by Siberian, going blitzkrieg essentially on the Germans. Gets right behind the enemy lines with both of his tanks. Clears out the pack gun as the Sherman takes it down. Wolverine's focusing down the Pumas, take down one of the Puma. The second Puma is focusing down on the Sherman. The Sherman manages to stay alive. It's going to get fausted there by the Ostruppen and get taken out. The crew could pop out and keep itself alive. However, the Wolverines are managing to inflict a lot of damage. There goes the Faust, down goes the Sherman. Unfortunate there, but the Puma did get abandoned, so that is a potential steal there for Siberian. Siberian in great shape though. The Wolverine is just crushing them all. Oh my God, the humanity, the slaughter. Siberian's just crushing all of the Ostruppen, taking them down. The Wolverine's now focusing on the pack gun, going to be taking it out. Probably also going to be focusing down the Puma. I don't think he's going to want anybody to potentially steal it. Although they are now in bats. Oh, there goes the crush. Oh, down goes the entire Grand Squad. Eliminated. Does take a Faust to the face. And it drops the MG42 light machine gun. But wow, that was painful for Mr. VonIvan. Siberian just backing off the Pios, dashing straight towards the Puma. So Siberian, bit of a mistake there. He could have just shot it. So he's going to allow them to recover it. Another fighting position getting built once again for Siberian in an angle not straight, but to cover the entire approach. And on the far left-hand side, the utility car is currently duking it out with some Ostruppen as they try to capture the point. It has taken some damage. Oh, a nasty bait there. We'll try to see if we can catch it, but I think this hit a mine. the Puma, or a Puma. So yeah, 20. Try and catch that. But yeah, I mean, we have seen Siberian just laying down mines all over the place with his utility car, and those work pretty well. So Puma on the right-hand side does manage to get repaired. It still has damage on the engine. It didn't get all the way through, but the Wolverines are strong and pushing together. So even with the Ostrup in there, it's going to be very tough. Puma manages to get some shots there on the Wolverines. The Wolverines just shooting. I believe they're attacking ground as they can't directly see, so they're missing. But now they actually get straight line of shot, line of sight, I mean, and the shots go through. Down goes the Puma. Wolverines stay alive, and we have a third Wolverine on the field for Siberian, as I think he, well, I mean, it's fine. It's going to help him quite a bit, but I think he maybe thought that he was going to lose one of them. VonIvan pushing to the right. The Wolverine is still alive. Does have a damaged engine, but there makes no sense to try and Faust or anything because it's not heavily damaged. Had he caught the other one, it's all the way back here. Yeah, maybe you could have Fausted that and killed it. Ooh, sorry about that. So Siberian, being very deadly with his Wolverines, and the fact that he's crushing a lot of infantry. Let's see if we can spot the kills. 17 kills for this Wolverine alone, 14 infantry kills, and it only has veterancy 1 to, you know, to account for that. That's kind of sad, but this one over here has killed 3, and I believe we have one over here. It has only killed 1, apparently. Disappointing, but Sniper does have 11 kills for VonIvan, which is nice, but Sniper's not going to do much against the Wolverine. Sniper could snipe the crew inside the Wolverine. Will that be a different situation? And there they go on the hunt for the Sniper. However, they are... Oh my god, the crushes! All the crushes! Another Grand Squad gets eliminated there by the crushes of the Wolverine. More shots fly. We do have a pack gun just coming out onto the field, catching those Wolverines way out of position as they got Fausted. This guy's gonna die. Can he make it out? Oh, he barely makes it out of there. This other Wolverine hits the building. Has to turn itself around to be able to get a decent angle. The MG42 does have access to the incendiary rounds, but it looks like the Wolverines are gonna go for the crush once again on the troops there. Pack gun moves up, gets a nasty shot on the Wolverine there. Out of control it goes, crashing into the building, up in a ball of flame, but he still has 2 of those, so he is kind of in a decent spot. Something getting called in there. I think that is a Major's ability. Yeah, the Rapid Barrage getting called in right on top of the house. Ostrup squad with Veterancy 3 right on top of the house. A utility car getting itself right in front of the house as the barrage goes down. Kind of a risky maneuver. Not entirely sure why he's going like that, but gonna get that M10 killed. Yeah, M10 goes down, but the house collapses as well, eliminating an Ostrup squad with Veterancy 3 as the rifle squad over here on the left gets an anti-tank grenade off on it. Wolverine coming up behind the Puma. Gonna be able to get a lot of damage in there. Boom, there goes the shot. Wolverine is right up his ass. Takes a shot to the face, as is to be expected. Second shot out of control, and down goes the Puma, providing a nice cover there for the infantry. But wow, that is massive amounts of damage to VonIvan's forces. VonIvan now down to essentially a sniper and an Ostrup squad in combat with an MG42 for support, as Siberian slowly builds himself another Sherman just to have a Sherman. Rear echelons coming up for the flank there on the MG42. The MG42 will die if it doesn't retreat there. Packs up, leaves. Shots from the Wolverine end up being non-effective as well. That is to be expected. So nasty fighting all over the place, but yeah, Siberian pretty much in control here. Sniper does move up to get some additional shots. It has gotten 13 kills in this game, but even with that, it is not enough as tanks are all over the place, and Angoville shows its colors and reminds us why, at least me, I love the map so much. Major getting burned in the face. Veterancy 3 has been acquired there for the Major, so it can lock down the territory if it wanted to. The Pios moving up right in front of lieutenants and rifle squad, so they're gonna die if they don't retreat, and they do end up retreating, but a little bit too late. Down it goes, not managing to capture the point or even decap it. Sherman pushes forward, gonna run itself into the remaining infantry. No vehicles left on the field for VonIvan. Crushing getting activated, essentially. Retreats go down on the Ostrupen squad. The Sherman is going on the hunt. He's gonna try and see if he can stop the sniper. The sniper does round the corner and makes it out of there. More Ostrupen squads getting called in there from VonIvan. But as much as he wants to have infantry presence on the field, there's tanks in his face, and he has nothing to combat those tanks. Everybody retreats back to base. Shots fly all over the place. We have an MG42 getting dropped. Sherman getting shots after shots after shots. And having a grand old time here. Just mass murdering infantry. And a little heart goes down there by VonIvan. Siberian returns it, and then he throws in the towel. So a nice opening game here for Angoville. We will be seeing more of it throughout the week, as I want to get everybody acclimated to it. And yeah. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.